Hello students, today we are going to start next topic of our chapter, Newton's first law of motion. What is this Newton's first law of motion? A body at rest will remain at rest and a body in motion will remain in motion unless it is compelled by an external force to change its state of rest or of uniform motion. What it means? Suppose any book is there on a table. Okay, some objects are in a rest position and some are in a motion. But suppose firstly we will discuss about which are in a rest position. Suppose a book is there on a table. It is in rest position and it cannot move by itself, or it can move. No, if a book is in rest position it cannot move by itself, and if we will pick the book then its position will change, and it means we have applied some force, external force we have applied na. So it means we have applied some external force to pick that book, then its position changed. See one more example. Suppose a football is lying on a ground. If it will remain in rest, it is already in rest and it will remain in rest if we will not do anything with the football. So if we will kick that football with our hands or with our foot, if we will kick the football with our foot, then it will change its position, it will come in a motion. So that is the first part of Newton's first law of motion. A body at rest will remain at rest. If any body is at rest, up to that time it will remain in rest if we will not apply any external force at that body. Now its second part is there. If a body is in motion, it will remain in motion if we will not apply any external force on a body. Suppose you are moving on a bicycle. If you will stop paddling, after some time that bicycle will stop moving. Okay, and how it will stop? We said that if any force we will not apply, then that object will if we will not apply any force, then that object will not stop. But here we are saying if we will stop paddling, then cycle will stop after some time. What is there in between the cycle and the ground? One force is there, that is called force of friction. Firstly also we have discussed force of friction is there between the ground and the objects. So here also between the cycle and ground force of friction is present. So due to that force, cycle will stop after some time if we will stop paddling. It means that frictional force is a external force which helps the cycle to stop. If force of friction is not present, so according to Newton's first law of motion, if any body is moving, then it will remain in motion always if force of friction is not there. Clear this Newton's first law of motion? Now beta, Newton's first law of motion is also called law of inertia. What is inertia? Firstly we will discuss about inertia. Inertia is the property of a body. Property of a body. Inertia is a property of a body due to which it resists a change in its state of rest or of uniform motion. What it means? Inertia is a property of a body due to which it resists a change in its state of rest or of uniform motion. Suppose you are having one rubber ball and one cricket ball. Okay, you are having two balls, one rubber ball and one cricket ball. If you have to move both the balls, then which ball is of less mass? Rubber ball is of less mass. Its rubber ball is having these two balls are there. This is cricket ball and this is a rubber ball. These two balls are there, cricket ball and rubber ball. Rubber ball has a less weight, but cricket ball has a more weight. So which ball will move first? If you are applying same force on the both balls, then rubber ball will start moving firstly, because it has less weight. So this is the inertia. Inertia is the property of a body, for how much time that body can remain in its state. If it is in at rest, for how much time it can remain at rest, and if it is in motion, for how much time it can remain in motion. So inertia depend upon the mass of a body. If body has less mass, then it has less inertia, and body having more mass, that body has more inertia. It means inertia depend upon the mass of a body. Which body is heavy, that body is having more inertia. Which body is having less mass, that body is having less inertia. See one more example. This is a toy car and this is a real car. So a toy car has a small mass, so it has a small inertia because we need less force to move this car. But this is a real car, it has a large mass, so it has a large inertia, because to move this car we need a more force, more amount of force. So that's why we can say that to overcome the inertia and make a body move, we must apply an external force. It means if a body is at rest, we have to apply some force to move that body. If a body is in motion, we have to apply some force to stop that body. So that's why inertia is also called the Newton's first law of motion is also called the law of inertia.